You drink collagen for younger, firmer skin. It is one of the best-selling supplements on the planet. But here is a twist that should stop you mid-sip. Your gut does not care about your face. The moment that expensive collagen hits your stomach, your body tears it into pieces. So how could it possibly rebuild your skin? The real answer is stranger, and more honest than either the sellers or the skeptics will admit. Let me walk you through it, because collagen is one of the most interesting cases in this whole series, and one of the few where the science actually leans in favor of the supplement, at least a little. Start with what collagen even is. It is the most abundant protein in your body, and it is basically your scaffolding. It gives structure to your skin, your tendons, your bones, and your joints. In your skin specifically, collagen is the springy mesh underneath that keeps it firm and bouncy. And here is the sad part everyone can feel over time. Starting in your 20s, your body slowly makes less of it, a little less each year. As that mesh thins, skin loses some of its bounce, and lines and sagging follow. So the logic of a collagen supplement seems obvious. If your skin is running low on collagen, just drink more collagen and top it back up. Except your digestion has other plans. When you eat any protein, including collagen, your body does not deliver it whole to wherever you want it. It breaks it down in your gut into its building blocks, amino acids and tiny fragments. Your body cannot take a scoop of collagen and ship it, intact, up to your cheeks. That is simply not how eating works. So the naive story, that the collagen you drink becomes the collagen in your face, is wrong. If that were the mechanism, it genuinely would not work, and the skeptics would be right to roll their eyes. But here is the twist that keeps this from being a simple debunk. When collagen is broken down, it does not only turn into generic amino acids. It also releases some very specific small fragments, little peptides, and a few of these appear to survive digestion and get into the blood. And the intriguing idea, supported by some research, is that these fragments do not rebuild your skin directly. They act as a signal. They may reach the cells in your skin and, in effect, tap them on the shoulder and say, "We are low on collagen, better start making more." So it is not the collagen you swallowed becoming your skin. It is the broken pieces of it possibly sending a message that tells your own body to build. That is a completely different and much more plausible mechanism. So does it actually work in real people? This is where collagen quietly separates itself from most of the peptides in this series. Because unlike BPC 157, which lives almost entirely in animal studies, collagen peptides have been tested in actual human trials. And several of those randomized trials, along with reviews that pool them together, do find a real effect. After roughly 8 to 12 weeks of daily collagen peptides, studies report modest improvements in skin elasticity and hydration, and sometimes in the appearance of wrinkles. There is also a separate line of research suggesting collagen peptides may help with joint comfort in athletes and in people with joint wear. So this is not snake oil. There is genuine human evidence that something happens. Now the honest breaks, because modest is the key word and I will not oversell it. First, the improvements are real but small. This is a subtle firming and hydration effect over months, not a facelift in a bottle, and if you are expecting dramatic before and after magic, you will be disappointed. Second, a lot of these studies are funded by the very companies that sell collagen, which does not make the results fake. But it does mean we should hold them a little more loosely and wait for more independent work. Third, and this matters, collagen is not a complete protein, and it is not a nutritional hero on its own. Plenty of the benefit people chase can come from simply eating enough total protein and getting enough vitamin C, which your body needs to build collagen in the first place. And above all, protecting your skin from the sun, which destroys far more collagen than any powder could ever replace. If you are smoking and baking in the sun, no scoop is going to save your skin. You might also wonder whether the type matters, because the shelves are full of choices: marine collagen, bovine collagen, this type versus that, each one claiming to be the superior pick. Here is the honest answer. Most of the human studies used what is called hydrolyzed collagen, meaning collagen already broken into smaller pieces, which is exactly what lets those fragments get absorbed at all. Beyond that, the evidence that one animal source dramatically beats another is thin. Marine collagen is not proven to be a magic upgrade over the cheaper bovine kind, whatever the premium price tag suggests. What actually seems to matter is far more boring. A consistent daily dose, taken for long enough, usually a couple of grams or more a day for at least 8 to 12 weeks. So if you are agonizing over which fancy source to buy, you are worrying about the wrong variable. Consistency and patience beat the label almost every time. So where does collagen land? It sits in a rare and honest middle. It is one of the few supplements in this whole peptide conversation that has real human trials behind it, showing a modest benefit for skin and possibly joints. And it is also heavily oversold, wrapped in miracle language it does not deserve. Both of those things are true at once. Let me be clear as always. I am not a doctor, this is not medical advice, and I am not telling you to buy collagen or naming a brand. The mechanism is not what the marketing implies. The honest evidence points to a small, slow benefit rather than a transformation, and the boring basics, protein, vitamin C, and sunscreen, are doing more for your skin than any single scoop. If you want to try it, give it a couple of months. Keep your expectations modest, and talk to your doctor if you have any medical reason to be careful. Because the real lesson here is a hopeful one, not every trendy peptide is empty. Collagen is a case where the science genuinely, if quietly, supports a small effect. The trap is not that it does nothing. The trap is believing it does everything. Somewhere between snake oil and miracle is the honest truth, and for collagen, the honest truth is a modest, patient maybe. The study of the week is the collection of randomized trials and meta-analyses on collagen peptides and skin. If this made your collagen habit make more sense, share it with the person who has a tub of it on the counter and no idea what it actually does.